Perhaps one of the most iconic movies of our generation is Mean Girls. There are references to this movie everywhere we look. Shirts, memes, other movies, and even daily conversation. I'm willing to bet, even if you haven't seen the movie, you have heard at least one Mean Girls reference in your lifetime. If you haven't seen the movie, allow me to catch you up. The movie is about a teenage girl from Africa who is moving to the United States and attending public school for the first time in her life. The movie highlights all of her experiences in high school, including her involvement with the Plastics. The Plastics are the most popular girls in school. I won't ruin everything the movie has in store, but let's just say you wouldn't want to be on their bad side. Today we're going to look at two scenes from Mean Girls, but first let's meet some important people. Meet Cady Heron. Cady is the main character. She is 16 years old and is experiencing high school for the first time after having grown up in Africa as a homeschool student. Miss Norbury is the math teacher at North Shore. She is newly divorced, works 3 jobs, and leads an overall pathetic life. In the first scene, we will see Miss Norbury discussing Cady's grade in 12th grade calculus. Cady is really good at math, but has been intentionally failing tests and quizzes to get the cute boy, Aaron Samuels, who sits in front of her, to tutor her. As a 16-year-old girl, Cady is experiencing some rather confusing changes. At this age, hormones run rampant, and having a boyfriend or girlfriend can seem like the most important thing in the world. Aaron Samuels is a huge distraction for Cady, which is something that seems to be completely lost on Miss Norbury. Until, that is, she pulls Cady aside at the end of class one day. After Miss Norbury pulls Cady aside, it becomes clear that she knows exactly what's going on, and wants Cady to know that she doesn't have to dumb herself down. Cady looks at Miss Norbury as a mentor, which Miss Norbury knows. This is why Miss Norbury uses a kind of guilt trip to try to convince Cady to change her ways. Now for me, this is hopefully not likely to happen. However, for those of you who will be teaching secondary education, this is probably something that you will see at least once during your career. Personally, I like how Miss Norbury treats Cady as an equal. However, I do not agree with her decision to reveal such deeply personal information about herself. Let's take a look at the next scene. In this scene, we will see Miss Norbury and Cady again, as well as some new characters. Meet Regina George. Regina is Cady's age and was, until recently, the queen bee of North Shore. Gretchen Wieners is Regina's right-hand woman. Well, was, until Cady became the new head of the Plastics. Then Gretchen became her right hand. Just before the scene begins, Regina has shared her burn book with the other girls at her school. For anyone who doesn't already know, the burn book contains rumors about each and every girl in their grade. The spreading of rumors is an unfortunately common occurrence in the middle school and high school. Many times these rumors can distract students from the purpose of school, learning. The girls in this scene have done exactly that, distracted each other from the purpose of school. The educators have remained blind to the social issues these girls have been experiencing, but now are forced to face the problem head-on. The teachers are effective in handling the immediate situation, but not the larger problem. Their method is entirely reliant upon the girls recognizing and acknowledging their mistakes. As far as whether or not this is realistic, I would say to an extent, yes it is. Teenage girls spread rumors. It happens. However, I have never seen or heard of a situation as massive as this occurring in real life. In my future, I can see myself handling a situation involving rumors similarly. Just like they refused to play favorites with Regina George, I will try to refuse to play favorites. However, Miss Norbury singles out students, specifically Cady, in front of all of her peers. This is something I hope I will never do.
Created using Powtoon.